here with me. Today we're going to make a wreath using this sign. It's a MDF wooden sign. It says Home Sweet Home, and it's got some magnolias on it. So we're going to work with that today. And I've picked out some kind of neutral ribbons to go with it. I'm going to use this window pane that I told y'all that I like so much. I just love that look. It makes it real pretty. And then I've got some cream color, 1.5 inch, some green and cream check, 1.5 inch. And then I've got this that I've had for a while. I haven't used it very much. It is a directional ribbon, but I like it. It's got all these little sayings on it, country sayings, cute as a button, fixing to, bless your heart, sweet tea, and it's got magnolias on it. So I'm going to use some of that too. Okay, and for our mesh, I got some value mesh, 10 by 10, in like a mossy green color. And I got the price wrote on here with a magic marker. And I know I ordered this from Craft Outlet probably 2 years ago. So that's probably the price from then. So I'm sure it's probably gone up a little bit since then. Of course, I got my Dollar Tree frame. $1.25 at Dollar Tree. This is the 14-inch frame. Yeah, 14-inch frame. And I got some pipe cleaners, my easy bow maker, and some zip ties. So let's get started. If y'all joined me last week, then y'all know that I attempted to do a live video for the second time, and it was working, but it had glitches in it. So I talked to my nephew about that because he's more high-tech than I am. He's 20 years old. And he told me that if I could get some kind of booster or something, that it may help out. So I'm going to do that. And then so eventually maybe we'll do a real live. I keep trying, y'all. I keep trying. So what I'm doing is I'm just going around on the inside frame here. On these inside two. And at every bracket, I'm putting a pipe cleaner. And I'm wrapping it around both of these bottom two. And I'm just twisting it right on the bracket. And that's what it looks like. It's right on the bracket around both of these bottom two rings right there. Or the inside two rings. I'm putting it on every bracket. So that's 6 pipe cleaners you should have on the inside ring. And now to the outside ring, I'm not on the bracket on the inside, I mean on the outside. I'm going to go in about, let me measure, about 2 inches from the bracket. On both sides. So in that one section, you'll have 2 pipe cleaners. See? So you have one here on the bracket, one here, and then one on the bracket. If you can see how that looks. And you're just going to go all the way around the outside, which will put 12 pipe cleaners on the outside 2 rings, 6 on the inside 2 rings, for a total of 18. And this will make a nice full wreath. There are other ways to do it. You can certainly buy the wreath forms, the work forms that come with the ties already on there. You can certainly do that. I never have. I've always done it this way. So there's options of how you can do it. You just find the way that works best for you. I mean, and price-wise, if you spend $1.25 for a frame at Dollar Tree and add what, $1's worth of pipe cleaners, that's $2.25 compared to, I don't even know how much they are because I don't buy the work forms. I'm guessing $4 or $5. You save a few dollars. I mean, yeah, it may take an extra 5 minutes to do this. Not even that, probably. We'll see how long it takes. Maybe 5. I know it don't take super long. Okay, and that's what it is. And this video's been going for 6 minutes, so about 5 minutes. So that's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna take this mesh. I don't know what that was. Something was in there. Okay. Get my thing in here. Okay. Now, this is 10 by 10 mesh, and we're going to cut it at about 20 inches. Maybe if I can open up my cutter. Let me set this down here. So yeah, my nephew priced them Wi-Fi boosters. I don't know what they're called. For me, he priced them for me, and he said there was some for as low as $15 all the way up to a couple $100. So I don't have far to boost my signal, so I'm not spending a giant amount of money on it. So hopefully here soon I'll be able to get one of those, and then we'll be in the live business. Hopefully. The Lord's willing and the creek don't rise. Okay, so we're just going to cut every bit of this, and it should come out to the perfect amount if they didn't cheat us any on the roll. I had heard something about them starting to sell pre-cut mesh. I haven't seen any. Have y'all seen any of that? And if so, where are they selling it at? I mean, I don't know if I would buy it or not, but I'd love to price it and see what it's all about. Almost there. This might be the last one. perfect. Yep. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Exactly enough. Okay. So now we get to put them on the frame. Bring the frame back out. And we're just going to grab one. And I always do mine like this. I take the curl side down. See if you can see it like this. I turn it under twice. Then I go up the middle and scrunch it together. And I leave enough room down here at the other end to roll it twice. And I just scrunch through the middle. And you get a little bow tie shape like that. And you just put it on the frame. And you're going to go all around and fill all 18 ties. Curl side down, curl it under, scrunch. Under, scrunch, roll, scrunch through. I know that I didn't make a video Saturday like I have been doing, but I only promised y'all one a week. But I'm gonna try and do 2 a week on weeks that I can. I can't always, but I'm about out of room out here in my shop to hang wreaths, but I got an event Saturday, so hopefully I can get rid of some. The goal is always to get rid of all of them, right? I got to take one to be auctioned off, I believe. It's for a fundraiser event type thing, but they're having vendors there as well, but you have to donate an item for the charity event. So I got to donate one to be auctioned off, and then I have to donate one for a door prize. So that's 2 gone right there. It's called a quarter event. I've never been to a quarter event, but I guess they bid quarters on it. I don't know. I'll figure it out once I'm there. Once they explain it to me. I've done this event before, but I wasn't part of the actual quarter event. I was just part of the vendor part of it. And I was outside, and the quarter event part was on the inside. This time it's just the quarter event, but the vendors get to set up and sell, but it's only on the inside. Thank God, because it's February, and you never know what the weather's going to be in February. The last event that I went to was at Christmas parade. And, whoo, y'all, I about froze to death, and it was dark. It started before dark, but then it got dark, and it really got cold, and I about froze my honey off. And my husband told me that if he had to sit through that again, he wouldn't be going to no more events with me in the wintertime. So I told him, I said, well, this one's inside, so we can be warm. And as you're doing this, fluff them up They don't need to be laying down on top of each other. Fluff them up where the two meet, and they're standing up. So they're paying attention. Now it's a beautiful day out there today. It's in the 70s. It's beautiful. It's a little windy, but I mean, it always is during the winter time. And I know that this wreath looks a little dark, and it probably will look a little dark, but it's good for just about year round. I mean, it's just everyday little wreath. So let's hear some thick mesh too. Okay, now we're on the inside part. When we do the inside, the exact same way we do the outside rings. Exact same. I think, yeah, Saturday I will not be able to make a video because I do have that event. But I might make one Friday. I might show y'all some, how to make some bows. Maybe. Because I'll be out here trying to get my stuff together for the event. You know, I'll be like loading up and stuff like that. So I'll be out here anyway playing around. So I may just make y'all a how to make a bow video. Y'all hearing that bird? That bird sounds sick. Okay, two more. Last one. Roll, roll. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. And you roll the other end under twice. And you scrunch through it. And voila. Make sure everything's standing up. And that's what we have. Green base. Okay. Now, let's attach our sign. Y'all know I like to attach my sign and my bows first, so I don't have to use as much ribbon on tails to go around it. Saves you $2 that way. I'm just going to use pipe cleaners and I'm going to staple it on there. Where's my staple gun? Well, if I can find my staple gun. Oh, there it is. Now, my staples are a little bit longer than this, the width of this board sign. So I'm going to have to use a piece of cardboard. So, I'm going to take and cut some off of this ribbon thing. And I'm going to place one in each corner. And that way it don't go through. Put your cardboard down, you put your pipe cleaner on top of the cardboard and staple it all together. Okay, that didn't go through. Okay. Good, all good so far. I'll just twist those on there. Now you can come back and put some hot glue on top of this so it all stays together, but I've never had an issue, so I don't usually put hot glue on there. But if it makes you feel better, you go right ahead. All good. We got 4 little pieces. Then one more stapler. Put that there. Okay. Now we have to figure out where we want the sign. Do we want it at the bottom, in the middle, at the top, at an angle? I think we're gonna go with the angled at the bottom, like so. So, just find you a spot. I'm going to find a spot with a bracket so I don't have to worry about my sign sliding. And you just pull it through there. You don't want it sunk down in the mesh. You just want it snug on there. Okay. This part always takes me a minute, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, now we'll find that other piece. You can go down to the frame and tie it on. One more. bow to go right up here. Get my ribbons over here. Y'all hear that heavy equipment out there? They get on my last nerve. Really? Okay. Get some zip ties out. And some pipe cleaners just in case. Okay. Let's see, how do I want this to go? I think I'm going to do it in this order. Maybe. Alright. Got your easy bow maker. This is directional ribbon, so you have to be mindful of how you do this. You want it to come out right. So I may have to take this off and redo it if I get it wrong. Okay, I'm going to come out 8 inches for my first tail. Slide it between there. And I'm going to twist it. Where your loop side is upside down facing you and your tail side is the right way. I'm going to pull that tail up. Okay, and we're going to come out about 7 inches for your first loop. We're going to twist it. Come out on the other side 7 inches. And I'm not going to twist it this time, y'all. And we'll come out 8 inches, and this turned out the right way, so I don't have to pull it off. Everything's going in the right direction. So that worked out for me. Okay, now I'm going to come in with this window pane ribbon and do the exact same thing, but I'm going to start on the opposite side so my tails aren't on top of each other. And you don't have to twist it because this ribbon is the same on either side. I just do because it's habit. If I don't do it one time, I'm liable to forget it the next time. And this one I'm going to come out about 6.5 inches. Each loop, each layer of loops gets a little bit smaller each time. So you can see them all. And 6.5 on that one. And I'm not going to twist. Come down 8 inches. And on the window pane ribbon, I like to cut it so it's flat on top. There ain't no scraggly pieces sticking out. Like this one. That's where I cut it the last time. And you can just trim it off where it's all nice and flat. Like so. Okay. I'm going to go in with this 1.5 inch check. Same thing. 8 inch tail. Well, I'm going to come in about 7 because I'll end up cutting that extra inch off anyway. Y'all know me, I don't like them waving at me. And this loop's going to come in, excuse me, about 6 inches. Come to the middle and twist. Same here, 6 inches. Don't twist. And come down and cut it. I also like to keep my my loops about where I want them to be, so at the end that there's not a whole bunch of fluffing involved. Well, there's fluffing, but you ain't got to fight to get your loops where you want them to be. Okay, this last one is this little 1.5 inch cream color. Bring this tail about 7, come in, twist it. And these here are going to be about 5.5 inches. Come in and twist it. And 5.5 inches. And don't twist it. Okay. And I'm going to come back in with this one to make our final little loop. And I'm going to bring this tail about 6 inches, or however long this loop is. I think it's 5.5. Yeah, 5.5. And this loop I'm going to make about 5. And I'm not going to twist it because I'm only making one loop for the center. I'm going to get my zip tie. I'm going to come up underneath everything right beside these little poles here. And I'm holding my finger there in between the poles to hold it all down. And I'm going to connect these and bring that zip tie down on top of my finger. So I can just lift it up like so. I'm going to grab hold of it with my other hand and twist this around. I'm going to get my tails down the way I want them. And my loops. And I'm going to take this pipe cleaner and put underneath there in that little hole. And I'm going to pull it tight. Now it's not super duper tight, but it's tight enough where I can get these how I want them. Now pull it super duper tight. And cut it. And then you have your pipe cleaner here to put it on your wreath. And you got a pretty little bow. And that middle loop covers the pipe cleaner. Isn't that pretty? Now we got the dovetail. The window pane ribbon I'm not going to dovetail. But everything else I am. And you've seen me do this. Take and fold your ribbon in half. You come about an inch down on the folded edge and you cut diagonally up to the corner. And you open it up, you got dovetail. Easy peasy. And you want to do them all that way. I love these colors together. It just, I don't know, just looks good together. It just looks good. And these here look good in the summertime, towards the beginning of fall, spring. They're good for like housewarming gifts. Oh, I missed one. there you go. I'm done. Now, I may do another bow later, but right now, I just want to do this one. We're going to put it on, attach it straight to the frame. And I like to wrap it around 2 of the rings if I can. And get where I could see. And you want to get it where it's angled the way you want it. I don't know if that is. Yeah, okay. Had to make sure, y'all. Had to make sure. Now, you don't want to put this on there so tight that it sinks down in your mesh, but you do want it secure. So keep that in mind. Okay, I may have to cut these just a little bit. They're a little bit hanging over the sign. So I want to cut them a little bit shorter. So you can still read it. And this is what we have so far. Now we're going to do some ties, tails. I don't know how many I'm going to be able to get, but we're going to do some. Let's see. And I do my tails at 12 inches. So I don't, and since I'm using a end of a roll, let's see. I'm on struggle bus again here. I can get 3. So we'll do that. You know, you don't always have to do the exact same number. I mean, you can play with it and do whatever you want to do. It's yours. I am going to put some of this on there. I might do another bow. That's what I might do. And then just kind of, oh, that was 4. So what I did there is I got 3 of these and 4 of these. So I cut 7 of these because I don't want to use my window pane on there because it's going to blend in. It's the same color. You won't be able to see it. So I'm just going to use this with both of these. If that makes sense. I'm always thinking as I'm going. I don't never have anything exactly planned out. As y'all have probably guessed if you've been here. You know, I just kind of design on the fly, I guess you can call it. I get my basics out of the way, and then after that, anything can go. I'm just dovetailing these. Now remember, you're not going to need 18 tails because you have 18 ties on your wreath, because your sign's going to cover some up, your bows are going to cover some up. So there ain't no sense in cutting 18 ties if they're not all going to be seen. Right? Right. And we're going to alternate putting these on there. And if we need more, we'll go from there. But I think I can make another bow. Y'all see me looking at my ribbon rack. I'm looking for something. Something I thought I saw earlier. But I'm not seeing it from here, which is probably a good thing. Okay, so what you do is you just pick two. Well, I ain't gonna say pick two, because in this case, I'm gonna use the cream one with every one of these. And this will also brighten it up with that lighter color so it ain't so dark. And I'm going to try and be strategic with how I put these in there, so it fills up more space. Y'all, the one thing I said a while ago has never happened, just happened. The staple did not hold. So now I've got to take this sign off and redo it. So I'll do that and I'll come back. Okay guys, I'm back. I'm going to have to speak up a little bit because the heavy equipment is literally right behind my barn. So, hopefully y'all can hear me. I got the sign attached back on there. All's good now. And I have decided to make another bow to go down here at the bottom. So that way, I know I'll have enough tails to go around. Okay. This same thing, just gonna 8-inch tails, come to the middle, twist. Now this bow's gonna be a little bit smaller, so I'm gonna make the loop start at 6 inches, come back to the middle, twist, 6 inches, don't twist. Then come out to about 8 inches. Now remember, if you're using directional ribbon, you have to pay attention because you may have to change how you do it. But I got this one where it's coming out right. Okay. Same thing. Start on the opposite side. Twist at the middle. Bring this one in to about 5.5. Twist. 5.5. Don't twist. And I'm cutting these as straight as I can, like so, like so. And we don't have the green plaid to go in these bows, so we're just winging it. 8 inches to the side, twist in the middle, and these are going to be about 5. And we're going to do 3 loops. But the 3rd loop, we're going to come in a little bit because it's our last loop. This one's going to be about 4 inches. And we're not going to twist it. We're just going to let it hang straight. And cut. Okay. Get your zip tie. Go underneath everything. Right up beside these little poles. Hold it together. Pull it. Lift it up. Hold it with the other hand. Spin your little zip tie around. Make sure your tails are all up or down, however you want them to be. Get my little pipe cleaner. Run it under there. Pull it snug, not tight, but snug, so you can work your loops. Okay, now you pull it tight. You want to take and cut that zip tie off in the back. So all you have back there is your pipe cleaner. And that's your next little bow. And we've got to dovetail the ends. Remember, I'm not dovetailing the window pane ribbon. It's just cut flat across. See how that has them little things poking up? I just come down to the very top of that line that goes across and cut it. So it's a straight line across the top. Okay, now that's that bow. It's not exactly the same as the other bow, but it matches. And I'm going to put this one down there on the very bottom. Pull it tight. And fluff it. And this is what we have so far. Okay, now let's put some more of these things in there. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit sporadic today. But I need to put the green on top. This one. And see how I've got it going on this side, and then there's a bow, so I don't have to put one right there. I can skip all the way over here. And you have a green on top, green on top. I think this is going to be cute. Oh yeah, cute, cute, cute. So I want to thank you all who have subscribed so far, and I'd like to encourage those who haven't subscribed. If you like my content and what I'm trying to do, please consider subscribing. It would mean a whole lot to me if you did. And as always, share, like, comment. I love y'all's comments. Y'all are so nice to me. When I am absolutely not an expert at any of this, y'all. Not an expert, self-taught. I do what I want. I don't follow any rules. As long as y'all understand that. Okay, so I'm going to put one in the back here on the top, just in case, because I have one left. I think I need to make maybe I'm gonna make 2 more just to fill in on the inside some. I'll make 3. I'll make 3 just in case. You want to make sure you can't see any holes. So with these 3 plus the 7 I put in there, that's only 10 tails, sets of tails that I've made. So that saves you 8 foot of ribbon. And it cuts the cost down for your customer. It cuts down on the amount of ribbon you have to buy. And it cuts down on time, how many of these you have to make. And we're just going to add these wherever we see a hole. Like right here by this sign. It's a little hole. I can find the pipe cleaner. Mr. Pipe Cleaner. Okay. And maybe one on this side. my bow up. Now, and can't really get to it. Can put one right there. And this is kind of under the bow a little bit, but it's going to help fill in a little gap off to the side of the bow. Okay guys, I think I'm done. Now, you know, after you're done with the wreath, you know, you have to go back on the back side and do all the cleanup and stuff. But I think that turned out really pretty. If y'all like it, hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe, and I will try and do something out here Friday, because I got the event on Saturday. So I'll try and make some bows, because I plan to take some bows to sell anyway. I've got 4 made that I made during my attempt at my first live. That didn't work out. So I will try and do that this Friday. I'll try and do it Friday morning so I can post it Friday afternoon. So yeah. And I will let y'all know how my event goes next week. Alright, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.